Hey everyone, I'm Phantom King and welcome back to the channel. Today we have some Xbox news to talk about. So Xbox has just made an official statement on one of the new features that you may have seen them mention in the past, and that has to do with the ability to take your physical game discs and be able to gain access to digital copies of the game that you might have on a physical disc. So here they're saying today we are introducing a feature that brings the benefits of digital to physical discs, giving players more flexibility in how they access and play supported games across the Xbox ecosystem, and Xbox insiders can begin testing next week on August 31st. This is part of our broader commitment to game preservation as technology devices and distribution continue to evolve. Preserving access to the games people own matters more than ever. And they go on to say most Xbox One and Xbox Series X disc-based systems support this new feature. Players can claim a digital entitlement by inserting a supported disc into an Xbox One or Xbox Series X console and launching the game. Once the entitlement is claimed, you can experience the benefits of digital, including Xbox Play Anywhere and Xbox Cloud Gaming where supported, while your physical disc continues to work exactly as it always has. We're starting with thousands of titles and we'll continue to add more over time. While not every title will be available at launch, this is an important step toward a future where players can have greater confidence that the games they buy remain with them for years to come. So this is going to be pretty interesting to see how they implement this. They haven't gone into great detail into how this works, but as you can see here, they said that once you insert your disc into the Xbox console and launch the game, you can redeem this entitlement to like a digital copy basically. Play Anywhere means that it will be available across the console, the PC, and the cloud. Basically what Xbox has labeled their cross-buy feature, where you can own a digital copy of a game on Xbox and you'll get the PC version of it as well on the Windows Store. In addition to being able to play on the cloud if you have Game Pass and you have cloud access on your account. And this is going to be rolling out to certain players starting next week, so we'll see more information as this comes out and people get to test this feature, but it is very interesting to see. I'm wondering how this is exactly going to work, because they make it sound like it's very simple, like you just put your disc in the console and you're just going to redeem your ability to play a digital version of that game. But this is a little bit tricky because what this can sort of imply is that maybe you can use your disc, get an entitlement to a digital copy, and then potentially give that disc to somebody else, or sell it or whatever. So what I'm thinking is, because they obviously don't want people to just get basically like free infinite copies of the game, right? They will have probably some way to tie your entitlement to your specific copy of the disc. And what might end up happening is that they'll give you an entitlement under your account specifically, knowing that this disc belongs to your account for a certain period of time, whether that be like a month or like a couple of months maybe. I would think that maybe they might want to limit it to like a month at a time where you'll have this access, but I'm willing to bet that if you take that disc and put it into another person's console or access that disc under another Xbox profile, they may revoke your digital entitlement that you initially received on your profile, and then that entitlement will then go to whoever's currently last used the disc. So that's kind of interesting how that works, but how you might also get around that is if they give you a digital entitlement under your Xbox profile, and some people are already aware of this, if you change your home Xbox console to someone else's console, whether it be a friend or somebody else in your family, another console in your household, that Xbox, that's the home console of your profile, will then gain access to everything that you have access to under your profile without having to sign into your profile specifically. So this might allow you to share your physical games easier with your family, siblings, cousins, things like that, in addition to, as they said, preserving your physical game library. But like I said, it's going to be interesting how exactly they implement this in terms of how your entitlement works and how they may take that entitlement away and how long this entitlement will last. and what happens if you lose your disc, or your disc is broken or scratched, or maybe you sell the game and get rid of it, what then happens to your entitlement. So we'll see as this rolls out next week. And let me know in the comments if this is something that's important to you, if this is something you're interested in terms of gaming and physical discs and gaming, and especially, of course, going on with everything that's happening with PlayStation, how they announced, they're not going to be printing physical discs for PlayStation consoles going forward from 2028 on, and everybody kind of seems to be mostly on the consensus that this is kind of not a good thing to do, because of the fact of, them controlling the market, controlling the prices, then you're locked into digital only. I know this has been going on PC for quite some time now, as physical media for gaming has kind of gone away from PC for the longest time now. But, it is interesting to see how this goes forward when it comes to consoles, and it seems like Xbox is trying to be, the more consumer-friendly, quote-unquote, person in this kind of space. I'm not sure if this is necessarily in reaction to what happened with PlayStation, but they have been talking about this kind of idea for a while now, even before PlayStation's announcement. So they have had Xbox backwards compatibility for a while for Xbox 360 games, going on not only the Xbox One, but still continuing that on with the Series X and S. So it is very interesting to see, and I'm going to be interested to see how this works out and how they might allow you to preserve your games better and give you kind of more convenient access, even if you are into collecting physical discs and everything. But until next time, I'm Phantom King, and I'd like to thank you all for watching.